Okay, welcome back. So we're in our first week and we're reviewing a little bit from what we've done last year, the year before, and the year before. Today we're going to review a topic on multiplying and dividing integers. Integers are whole numbers, and in order to do that, we're going to use my buddy, Mr. Dude. Here's an example of Mr. Dude right here, and a second example, and a third example. And we're going to get to these guys, and these guys are going to help us with multiplying integers. So let's go over here. I'm going to be out of camera for a second. And Mr. Dude is used when we multiply and divide integers. Okay? If you'll notice, the M in Mr. is underlined because that's talking about multiplication. And the D in Dude is also underlined, again, division. Okay? Mr. Dude can also be used when a problem has two signs next to each other. And I'm going to talk about this one in a little bit. Let's come over here and let me show you the example of how Mr. Dude works. Let's first start with our multiplication. And we're going to do 3 examples, okay? So multiplication, let's start with -6 times 8. We have a -6 here. We have a +8 here, okay? So the way that Mr. Dude works is we are going to circle the signs that are being used in the problem. -6, so we circle a negative, and +8, so we circle a positive. And the sign that is left over is going to be the sign of the answer. So a -6 times a +8, 6 times 8, 48. And Mr. Dude tells us that this 8 has to be a -48. Okay? Let's try another example. Does that make sense? Let's try another example. Let's try 5 times a -4. Okay? Our 5 is positive. Our 4 is negative. So on our sign here, you know what? I'm going to circle the other eye for the negative and the positive. +5, -4. What's left over? A negative. So again, this tells us that my answer is going to be negative. And 5 times 4 is 20. On the third example that we have, let's go -6 times -3. So come over to Mr. Dude. Circle a negative times a negative. What's left over? The positive. So a -6 times a -3 will give us a positive answer. And 6 times 3 is 18. Okay? I hope that makes sense for you and gives you a little hint. What I often recommend, if you're struggling with these types of problems, multiplication and division, positives and negatives, is that you just draw a little Mr. Dude on the top of your paper, and then you can always just refer back to it during the quiz, during a test, whatever you have to. Okay? That's our multiplication. Let's run through some division at the same time. So we'll go to division. Okay? And in our first division problem, let's go, let's say a -10 divided by 5. Okay? We have one negative, one positive. We have Mr. Dude over here, a negative and a positive, so our answer has to be negative. And -10 divided by 5 would be a -10 divided by 5 is 2. Okay? Another division problem, if we had, let's go +30 divided by a -10. Okay? Again, a positive is our first number. A negative is our second number. What's left over? The negative sign's left over. So our answer is going to be a negative, and then 30 divided by 10 gives us 3. Okay, and then we'll try another one. And we'll write it out a little bit differently. For this one, I will say negative 15 divided by negative 5. Okay? And again, we have a negative divided by a negative. So a negative divided by a negative. Our answer will be positive. So negative 15 divided by negative 5, your answer should be positive 3. Okay? I hope this helps with allowing Mr. Dude to help you solve many of your multiplication and division problems. Okay? Have a great day.